the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
23 yards, the final tally. To the air, Penix. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
Accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Flush to his right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
up the middle with Barkley. Fights loose. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop his shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turned him loose.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. So we get set to start this 3rd. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Here's Penix on 1st and 10.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Robinson up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. the thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Throwing on first down is Penix. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Being chased out left. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Steps away.
Loose inside the 30.
And finally taken down at the 15. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it is 28-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
And just shouting him off there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Hurts looking to change the play. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And bulldozing his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they can just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Ray McCloud to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Penix. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Penix working out of the gun here. That is caught. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Penix. Over the middle, that's caught by McCloud. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix.
Steps away. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Penix going to look to throw on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
They'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Into the hands of London.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they will remain well behind. Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll go to Barkley again. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On first and 10, it's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48.
Looking to throw.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this